Hello, beautiful moon goddesses, and welcome to this moon salutation sequence. We're going to start lying on our back in a reclined bound angle, Supta Konasana, and you can just let the knees fall open. Maybe you use blocks, blankets, bolsters, something to prop the knees up with if this feels too intense of a hip opener for you. And then allow one hand to come to your heart, one hand to your low belly. And take a deep inhale through the nose, fill up the lungs. Open the mouth, exhale. As we settle in here, begin to just tune inwards. Moon flows are cooling and quieting, and they're used to calm the mind and draw your awareness inward. The full moon is the perfect time to reconnect with your inner peace and self-love. Like the moon, life moves in phases. Sometimes you feel whole and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you feel full of light and sometimes you don't. Remember that even when times get tough, that they are temporary. Life isn't about staying in one place. It's about moving from one stage to another. It's about endings and beginnings. It's about change. It's about growth. It's about balance. It's about being okay wherever you are. Every phase sets you up for the next phase, and each one brings you closer to the person that you were destined to be, the life that you were meant to live, the light that you were meant to spread. Everything you've been through is setting you up for where you're going. The beauty of life is that no matter what phase you're in, you can still inspire and spread your light. You evolve with every transformation. Trust in the universe that everything is happening at the right time. This is the perfect time for reflection, to look at what brought you here and then set intentions for what's ahead. The moon salutation sequence, or in Sanskrit, Chandra Namaskar, is intended to recognize and respect the lunar, cooling, and feminine side of our bodies. We practice this movement routine to help find balance, like the sun and the moon, intensity and rest, heating and cooling, masculine and feminine. In a typical yoga class, we practice sun salutations, which are movement sequences that are designed to stimulate and build heat in the body. Our sun salutations represent masculinity, heat, intensity, power, and strength. For the full moon, it's a perfect opportunity to practice the opposite. With once a month full moon, we can pause to recognize that we need rest and space to reflect on what's unfolding, to calm the body, to cool the body down, and respect the divine feminine energy that we all have within us. So taking another deep breath in through the nose, and then open the mouth, exhale. One more deep inhale, fill up your lungs. And then open the mouth, let something go. And then slowly bringing the knees together. And then heel-toeing your feet to the outer edges of your mat, finding a knock-knee position. And then maybe you windshield wiper the legs side to side, right and left. And then when you're ready, making your way back in through center, give your knees a squeeze. Maybe you rock side to side. And then pulling in the left leg, let the right leg go long on your mat. Begin with ankle circles, and then moving into hip circles, intuitively deciding when it's time to go in the opposite direction. And then pulling the knee in closer. Inhale, reaching for the bottom of your foot. Finding a happy baby, half happy baby on one side. Breathe here. Maybe you inhale to bend the knee. Exhale, work to straighten through the leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. And then letting the left knee fall over to the right side of your mat. Coming into a supine twist. Extending your left arm to a T. Maybe you let your chin fall over that shoulder. And then slowly making your way back through center. Squeezing the right knee in. Let the left leg long on your mat. And begin to roll out the ankle. And then circling out the hip. And then when you're ready, going the opposite direction. And then on your next inhale, pulling the knee closer, reaching for the sole of your foot. And exhale, finding your happy baby, half happy baby on this side. Option to play around with straightening through that leg once more. And noticing that we began this flow on the left side. So the left side of the body represents our cooling side. It also represents our lunar feminine energy. So this entire flow will be taking place starting with the left. We're going to drop the knee all the way over to the left side of the body, opening up that arm to a T. Let your chin fall over that shoulder. Then bringing the knees back in through center. Begin to rock yourself the length of your mat until you reach a seat. And just as a transition, we're going to prop ourselves back to a plank. And then send the hips up and back for a downward facing dog. Or set the ribs in. Maybe you add a soft bend in the knees, working to bring the heels lower. You can inhale, lift the heels, and then exhale, press them down into the earth. And then inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, traveling to the top of your space. Coming into a ragdoll position. Your feet can be about hip distance apart. Nodding your head yes, shaking your head no. And then switching your grip so the opposite hand comes on top. Softening the knees, slowly rolling yourself up one vertebra at a time. Your head and neck should be the very last to lift. When you reach the top, take a big inhale, arms lift overhead, Tadasana. Exhale, taking your side bend, left arm reaches up and over. Inhale, rise, Tadasana. Exhale, stepping it back, finding your goddess, sinking the hips low. Inhale, star. Exhale for goddess. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star with arms at a T. Exhale, reach forward, 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 then down, turning your front toes to the top edge of your mat, finding our triangle position, Trikonasana. Lifting the top arm up towards the ceiling, opening the chest, creates space between your side body and your leg. And then on your next exhale, finding your pyramid pose. Maybe you shorten the stance, bringing the legs closer together. Work to square the hips here. You want to make sure that your front leg is straight. So maybe using your blocks to bring the floor a little closer. And then inhale, finding your low lunge. Exhale, turning it open into Skandasana, lifting the chest a little higher, working to keep the left foot flat on the mat, so bringing the heel down. And then on your next exhale, moving over to the opposite side. Maybe you prop your hips up on a block. And taking an inhale, finding your low lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. Both legs nice and straight. Both heels are flat on the mat. And then inhale, opening up to triangle pose, Trikonasana. Maybe you use a block to support your bottom hand. And then coming all the way back up, goddess. Exhale, inhale, star. Exhale for goddess, sink the hips low. Inhale, star, grow tall. Exhale, goddess. And then on your next inhale, finding your way back to Tadasana at the back of your mat. Exhale, taking your side bend, making that crescent shape. And then taking this whole entire series on the opposite side. So inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, side bend. And then stepping it back into goddess. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale for star, straightening the arms into a T. Exhale, reach forward, 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 then down. Inhale, opening up your chest, Trikonasana. Exhale, finding your pyramid pose, working to square the hips. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, turning out into Skandasana. Inhale. Exhale, Skandasana on the opposite side. Inhale here, coming into your low lunge. Exhale, stepping up into your pyramid pose, straightening through both legs. Inhale, making your way into your extended triangle pose, opening up your chest, create space in your side body. And then exhale, goddess. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale for star. And then exhale, goddess. And then inhale all the way up, finding Tadasana at the front of your mat. Exhale, taking your side bend, right arm goes up and over. Inhale, rise Tadasana. Exhale, hinging at the hips, dive down, forward fold. Stepping it back to your downward facing dog. Exhale, corset the ribs in. Charge energy out your heels, and then slowly bending the knees, making your way down into a child's pose. Toes are touching, knees go wide, arms can extend out in front of you, bringing your third eye down to the mat, your forehead. Take a moment to just settle into the pose, connecting with your inner goddess, your inner divine guidance, allowing time to restore the body. And slowly rolling yourself up, shifting your weight into a hero's pose, and then falling over to one side, coming into our seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. So working to allow the upper body to just melt onto the lower body. On every exhale, try to deepen the pose, sink a little deeper, sending your breath to places that feel tight. And maybe you have a soft bend in the knees if this feels too intense of a hamstring stretch, or a generous bend in the knees to create space in your low back, maybe so much so that your belly, your chest melts on your thighs. And then when you're ready, making your way up and all the way down onto your back, bringing the soles of your feet together. Allow your knees to fall open, finding our Supta Baddha Konasana, our reclined bound angle, bringing one hand to your low belly, one hand to your heart. And begin to tune inward, maybe connecting to an affirmation or an intention. I release blockages in my life. I release unrealistic standards of beauty. I cleanse away my past hurts and traumas. I free myself of self-judgment and self-doubt. And then bringing the knees in towards your chest, kicking the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling, reaching for the outer edges of your feet or the inner edges, maybe holding on to your thighs behind your kneecaps for your happy baby. Option to bend one leg, straighten the other, and switch side to side. Maybe you straighten both. Maybe you bring the soles of the feet closer together, more in a butterfly position. And then when you've moved enough, we're going to settle into Shavasana for the end of our practice. So extending the legs long in front of you, the arms by your side, palms can face up to receive something, maybe some loving energy. Palms can face down for grounding yourself into the present moment, here now. And maybe you bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Just take a moment to tune inwards to your inner divine self, that inner goddess. Yogis, take a big breath in through the nose, fill up the lungs, and then open the mouth, exhale. And then moving into fetal position, rolling onto your right side, and then slowly making your way up to a comfortable seat, bringing your hands together in a prayer position. Repeating your affirmation in your head. I release blockages in my life. I release unrealistic standards of beauty. I free myself of self-judgment, self-doubt. I cleanse myself of past hurts or traumas. And bringing your hands to your third eye or seat of intuition. Taking a moment to practice gratitude towards ourselves, towards one another. Together we bow forward and we say namaste.